Hi, I'm Scarlet Crimson, and welcome to. I don't even know. 1 second. What am I streaming today? Oh, yeah, today I'm streaming the 16 personalities test. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Hold on. I recognize these questions. I've done this before, haven't I? I've definitely done this before. Anyways, so first question. You regularly make new friends. Well, yeah, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones? I don't know about that. Wow, I sound so much like Heart. Okay, I think in the middle. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. You usually feel more persuaded by emotions than facts. I don't know if I do or not because I don't make a lot of decisions. Heart doesn't either. The last time I decided something was the last time I did a song cover, and all I decided was which English lyrics to use, and I used all of them. So I didn't really decide anything. I even used the original ones. So I guess the answer would be in the middle. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. They kind of are. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I think I do. Yeah, I do. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. It's not that bad. Which one of these means not that bad? Because I know this would be very bad. Bad, kinda bad, neutral, a little bit bad. Probably this one. I can hear Camille breathing and it's distracting me. Anyways, back to the questions. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. I try to, but last time I did a song cover, I didn't practice, and the thing is, it's not the deadline that's the problem, it's when I want to do stuff. I try to get stuff done as quickly as I can because I want it to be done soon. And yeah, maybe it's done way ahead of time, but then it ends up not being so good because I didn't take the time to do it properly. So I would say yes, because I do things before the deadline. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or. It depends. I would say yes, but I would also say no, because it depends on what it is. So I'm going to say kind of. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Well, to be honest, I usually just remember everything, so I don't really need them. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Not at all. Everything I do is perfect. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation? I think it depends on the person. If they're good interesting, then yeah. Like, if they have nice hair, I would want to go say, I like your hair. But if they're bad interesting, like, I don't know. I need an example of bad interesting. If I really don't like their hair, I'm not going to go up to them and say, I really don't like your hair. Because that sounds kind of mean. So, I'd say yeah. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. Well, it depends on what it is, because I do like talking about the meaning of songs. So, I'd say I agree because it's not anything other than songs. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense, does it? Maybe a little bit disagree? Okay. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Oh, it really depends on what it is. If it's something that's supposed to be about facts and not feelings, then facts would have to be first. But if it's something that could really harm someone, then I wouldn't want to do that. So, I guess disagree. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yeah, I don't need one. They're useless. I remember everything I need to do. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Well, I've honestly never thought about it. But I think I don't worry too much about it, but I do worry about it. I'm just gonna go in the middle. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Funny thing about that is, I really do. But at the same time, some people can just be so annoying I don't want to work with them. And it bothers me so much because I'll do everything perfectly or close to perfectly, but then when it's their turn, they don't even do it. So yeah, I like doing things with other people, if they're good people. 1 second, the camera is behaving strangely. Camera, can you see my eyes? Are they open? My eyes are open. Stop closing my eyes, camera. What if I sit a bit farther back? That looks better. No, never mind. It's fine. You enjoy wait. I was reading the wrong one. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. If they save time. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Maybe a little bit. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge and areas to explore. Not really. I'm happy with what I know how to do already. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. No, not really. I mean, occasionally I worry, but I don't worry too much. Just a normal amount. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. No. Unless the group is awful and then I don't want to work with them. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Well, to be honest, writing's a lot of work. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects? No. Well, actually, if we go back to the topic of song covers, yeah. Oh, hi! Hi! Welcome to my stream! Hello, little girl. I'm not a little girl. I do have a high voice, though, so I know why you'd think that. Oh, this is my first time saying hi to someone. This is weird. I'm gonna go back to the questions. Wait, I pointed the wrong way. It's this way. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. No. No one likes chores. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Well, I would like to say that's not true, but I do get pretty annoyed when people think they're right. So yeah. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. No. Not worth it. It takes too long and you never meet anyone. I'd rather just meet as many people as I can. Making new friends is fun. Your mood can change very quickly. Well, my mood doesn't change very often. I usually just feel the way I feel right now, whatever that would be. Not exactly sure how to describe it. It's like hopeful for the future, happy, but not so much that it's a lot, just like a reasonable amount for every day. Not really worried about anything, just happy to be here. So, it really only changes when someone does something that annoys me, and then I get really, really annoyed. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. It depends, because if they're arguing with me, nothing they do will ever be right. But if they're not arguing with me, then I don't know. I'm gonna just click the one in the middle. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. No. I do things at the moment I think of them. I never do anything late. I always do things immediately. And if they're late, that's Heart's fault. She'll never do anything on time. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. That sounds kind of boring. I'd rather do something a little more fun than that. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Yeah, I'd say so. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Only a little bit. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Yeah. Although usually my heart says I'm right and everyone else is wrong. Blaming others is not good. What do you mean? What's wrong with blaming others? I think it's perfectly fine. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yeah. I only do stuff when I want to do it. Otherwise, it just sounds boring. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yeah, except for when they're bad choices, but they're usually not. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. Maybe. I should ask my friends to describe me. I've never done that. Sounds fun. I wonder what they'd say. I should describe my friends. Although maybe not without telling them. That sounds a bit strange. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Yeah, although not as much as everyone else I know. My whole family's so good at art. I can barely draw. Also, camera, have you figured out that my eyes are open yet? 'Cause they are. I haven't closed them once this whole stream. Except for the times I blinked. That wasn't one of them. What if I move closer? Now my head's cut off. I'm just gonna sit like this. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Again, it depends on what I'm deciding. So I'm gonna click the one in the middle. Please blink more. Don't worry, my eyes are fine. They're not dry. I'll be okay. Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, I do blink a lot. I didn't even notice I was doing it. Just like breathing. Oh, now I'm thinking about breathing. So weird to realize all the stuff your body does automatically and feel that it's happening. And then control it. And then realize it stops happening automatically and you have to do it yourself. I have to make myself breathe now. Anyways, back to the questions. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Well, to be honest, like I've said before, I do not. I just remember things. Now can you think about your heart beating? That's more scary. No, I don't want to have to make my heartbeat happen all by myself. That sounds awful. Just imagine. You're sitting there, and you feel your heartbeat, and then you have to manually make your heart beat, all by yourself. And if you stop, your heart stops. That sounds so awful. You rarely feel insecure. Mostly. You avoid making phone calls. Okay, funny story about phone calls. There was this one time I called someone, and I just ended the call, because I didn't actually want to talk to them. So, I don't avoid phone calls, but I avoid phone calls with people I don't want to talk to. So maybe a little bit. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. No, I'm always right. I don't need to hear anything else. Although I do care about other people's opinions. You can easily connect with people you have just met. Of course I can. If they tell me stuff about them. Can't really connect with someone who doesn't talk. But anyone else. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No, not really. If the plans are interrupted, I'll just do whatever there is to do. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago? Oh, if I was bothered by my past mistakes, I'd never sleep again. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Well, why would I care about the future? I mean, like, the future that I'm alive in sounds important, but the distant future, not really. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Okay, so I usually just feel the way I feel now, but then occasionally, when I'm really annoyed at someone, I'll just be so annoyed that my emotions do control me. So maybe a little bit. But usually they don't, because usually my emotions have nothing to control. That sounds like I don't exist. That's not what I meant at all. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than what is most logical or efficient. A little bit, yeah. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take them to feel disappointed in you. No. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Well, some kinda... It's okay, but I wouldn't love it. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Well, to be honest, I don't want people to feel like I'm saying things they like doing are a waste of time, but yeah, that is an absolute waste of time. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. Like a Vocaloid concert? I've always wanted to go to one of those. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Because I know everything. How many questions are there? There's so many. I feel overwhelmed by the number of questions. See how I use the question? You often feel overwhelmed. Disagree. You complete things without skipping any steps. Disagree. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Yeah, it's more fun that way. Almost done? Finally, this is taking forever. You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Wait. How am I supposed to answer that? I've never thought about how I make a choice. All I know is that I decide things based on what's supposed to be the right choice, based on what makes the most sense. The middle? You struggle with deadlines? No. I always get stuff done on time. Now, as for how well I do it, that depends on what it is. But I do always get it done on time. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Well, I'm not so sure about all this YouTube stuff. To be honest, there's a pretty high chance it won't work. But I'm still confident that no matter what, I'll figure something out. That sounds like me. Entertainer. I do entertain people. Hopefully. Personality traits. You're the life of the party. Okay, I've read the whole thing. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye! Now I'm gonna read it. As an ESFP, entertainer, you're the life of the party, bringing a vibrant energy to every room you enter. Your zest for life is contagious, and you have an uncanny ability to turn even the most mundane moments into exciting adventures. You live for the here and now, embracing each day with enthusiasm and a sense of wonder that others can't help but admire. Your charm and social prowess are your superpowers. You have a natural talent for reading people and situations. Okay, to be honest, I'm not so great at that sometimes, but we'll just pretend I am. Allowing you to adapt effortlessly to any social setting. This flexibility, combined with your quick wit and playful nature, makes you a master of lighthearted banter and storytelling. People are drawn to your warmth and authenticity, often finding themselves opening up to you with surprising ease. Personality traits. I am an extrovert. It's kind of funny. You know why? Because when I was a child, I was totally the opposite. I was so nervous around people, but then I realized there's no reason to be. There's nothing to be nervous about. Unless they're really bad people, but usually they're not. And every time I met a new person, I started to realize I feel much better when I talk to lots of people than I do when I don't. Observant. Does that mean I watch people? That sounds like... Feeling. I do have feelings. I do have emotions. Yeah. Prospecting. What does that mean? Maybe the question mark will help. You're likely very adaptable, easygoing, and flexible. Prioritizing spontaneity over stability. Yeah, that doesn't sound so bad. I was gonna say that doesn't sound so bad. I did say that. But something about that seems a little bit off. Like, I'm not choosing my personality. I'm not like, you know. What I meant to say was that doesn't sound so untrue. Assertive. Self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress, refusing to worry too much. Yeah, that sounds like me. Would you like an email copy of your results? Maybe later. Can't type my email here. Someone might send me an email. While you excel in the spotlight, your abilities go far beyond mere showmanship. You're a keen observer of the world around you, with a practical mindset that allows you to tackle problems with creative, hands-on solutions. Your approach to life is refreshingly straightforward. You see what needs to be done and you do it, often with a flair that turns even the routine tasks into enjoyable experiences. However, your love for the present moment can sometimes overshadow the need for future planning. You may find yourself avoiding tasks that require long-term focus. Yeah, that's me. Or detailed analysis, preferring instead to jump from one exciting project to the next. Yep, that's what happens with my song covers. The spontaneity is part of your charm, but it can also lead to challenges when life demands more structure and consistency. Your journey of personal growth often involves finding a balance between your free-spirited nature and the need for stability and long-term vision. 2. Your career path. I hope it says streamer. In your professional life, You thrive in environments that are as dynamic and engaging as you are. Your ideal career is one that allows you to interact with people, use your hands-on skills, and tackle new challenges every day. That sounds like streaming! You excel in roles that require quick thinking and add up to... Wait, what? How do I... I don't even know what I was gonna say, but that's not the word that's there. Adaptability, where your natural charm and ability to read people can shine. Fields like sales, entertainment, teaching, or event planning often appeal to your outgoing nature and love for variety. Sounds good so far? However, this isn't gonna be good. You may find yourself struggling in careers that demand strict adherence to rules or long hours of solitary, detailed work. Yeah, I don't think that sounds very nice. Your nature can make it challenging to stick to rigid schedules or engage in extensive planning. To truly flourish in your career, you'll need to find ways to channel your enthusiasm and people skills while also developing strategies to manage the more structured aspects of professional life. Your path to career satisfaction lies in finding a balance between your need for excitement and the demands of the working world. That sounds awful. Influential traits. I have to pay for those, don't I? Not worth it. Sounds like an absolute waste of money. Especially because I already know myself. Your strengths. Engaging communicator, hands-on problem solving, creating positive environments, sense for style. Like clothes? Quick to adapt, networking talent. Your weaknesses. Difficulty with long-term goals. Only a little bit. Sensitive to criticism? No. Definitely not. Overlooking practical limits? Yeah. I will want to do something so impossible, and then Heart will say, Red, that's impossible. And then I'll say, Heart, why are you telling me it's impossible? And then Heart will say, you made up this conversation, not me, so it's your fault. And then I'll say, that's annoying, but you're right. And then I'll walk away. Yeah, obviously that doesn't happen. But I do have a lot of ideas that are pretty impossible. Avoid tedious tasks, easily distracted, and time management issues. My time management isn't that bad. Career ideas you might love. Pay for it. Why do I have to pay for everything? Your personal growth. Your journey of personal growth is an exciting adventure, much like everything else in your life. As someone who learns best through experience, you tend to dive headfirst into new situations, gathering wisdom along the way. However, true growth for you often involves developing skills that don't come as naturally, like introspection, long-term planning, and follow-through on less exciting tasks. I don't want to do that. Your challenge is to complement your spontaneous nature with a dose of structure and self-reflection. One of your greatest opportunities for growth lies in developing a deeper understanding of yourself and your motivations. While you're incredibly perceptive about others, you may sometimes overlook your own deeper needs and feelings. Huh? By cultivating mindfulness and setting aside time for self-reflection, you can gain insights that'll enrich your relationships and help you make more fulfilling life choices. Personal growth for you isn't about changing who you are, but about becoming an even better version of your vibrant, charismatic self. Influential traits, have to pay for those. Your strengths. Embracing new experiences. Empathetic listener. Genuine self-expression. Okay, that one's definitely true. Confidence in social settings. Finding joy easily. Observant of your surroundings. Although the camera seems to think that's not true, because my eyes are always closed for some reason. Your weaknesses. Do we have to read all of these? I don't want to read my weaknesses. They're probably all wrong. Avoiding introspection. Self-reflection. Well, What's the point in that? Why would I do that? I mean, I know myself well enough. Do I really need to know more? Impulsive decisions, difficulty sustaining effort, struggling with routine, reliance on external validation, emotionally reactive. Like when people are annoying. How did it know? I didn't say anything about that. Your relationships. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if we should read this one. Oh, a comment. Not really, but I want to know your weakness. Of course you do. Okay, should we read this one? Relationships? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. I should probably read it. Okay. Let's see what it says. In the realm of relationships, your warmth, generosity, and zest for life make you a magnetic and cherished companion. That sounds good. Whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, you have a gift for creating fun, exciting experiences that bring people together. I do. Your ability to live in the moment and find joy in simple pleasures helps those around you let go of their worries and truly enjoy life. I'm not so sure about that. I know a lot of really, I was gonna say stressful people, but that's not what you call someone who's stressed about things. The opposite of stressful. Where'd I stop reading? Truly enjoy life. You're often the glue that holds social groups together, always ready with a funny story or a spontaneous plan for adventure. However, do we have to read the however? However always means something bad. Why can't it be, however, you're really amazing? However, your red hair is so great. However, this is amazing. You're the best. Everyone thinks you're so cool. I should read it. However, your love for excitement and novelty can sometimes create challenges in your relationships. You may struggle with the deeper, more emotionally intense aspects of close relationships, preferring to keep things light and fun. Learning to embrace moments of quiet intimacy and developing your emotional depth can greatly enrich your connections. Your journey in relationships involves finding a balance between the thrilling experiences you love to create and the deeper, more stable bonds that provide long-term fulfillment. By doing so, you can build relationships that are not just exciting, but also profoundly meaningful and lasting. So, what it's saying is, I'm amazing, I make people happy, and I do lots of fun things, but people don't care about me? The however is the important part. I don't like the however. I mean, it's just bad stuff. However is never good. Strengths: heartfelt generosity, emotionally in tune, joyful presence, vibrant social energy, inclusive attitude, genuine openness. But not my eyes, apparently. My eyes are apparently closed. Your weaknesses: avoiding difficult conversations, sensitivity to negative feedback, dislike of quiet routine, preference for immediate gratification, overlooking practical responsibilities, influenced by others' opinions. Why can't I read the really good stuff and the really bad stuff? Why do I have to pay for that? Your story isn't complete yet. Dive deeper into your unique traits like perfectionism, resilience, and emotional intelligence. Unlock the premium report to discover these hidden facts of your personality, along with personalized insights for personal growth. A lot of personal, personality, personalized, personal. I'm not gonna pay for that. So anyways, my name is Scarlet Crimson, and I am an ESFP entertainer. Although, I'm not surprised. My whole goal in life is to entertain people. Maybe unicornian money is a valid. I am so tired. I can't read. Maybe unicornian money is a valid currency they use? I don't think so. That definitely said dollars. Wait, there's more. There's more. Entertainers you may know. I don't know who that is, or who that is, or who that is, or who that is. Or that, or that. Wait, those are the people from the first page. I don't know those people. I don't know those people. I don't know those people. Or those people. Or those people. Or those people. Or that person. Yeah, I don't know any of those people. I wonder what Miku would be. Or Gumi. Or any other Vocaloid. Because they do have personalities even though they're not supposed to. Do you know anybody? Well, I mean, I know Vocaloids. I know Vtubers. Well, you are quite young. Yeah. Are those people that adults know? Because I'm barely an adult. You could ask ChatGPT for their personalities. Oh, I could. I could say, hey, Chat. Whoa, I can't talk. I don't know why that suddenly stopped. I was halfway through the sentence, and then it just stopped. Strange. Anyways, I could say, hey, ChatGPT, which I can't say for some reason because it's difficult to say for some reason, and I keep stopping halfway through saying it. What was I saying? Hey, ChatGPT. What is the personality of Hatsune Miku? I think that's not how you say it. I think I said it wrong. Of all the time I've spent listening to Vocaloid songs, I can't even say her name right. Well, anyways, wait. I should make myself look like one of those. I should see if I can get Heart to draw me like that. That'd be kinda cool. Sounds fine to me. So I did say it right? I have no idea if I said it right or not. Someone else said it differently, I think, and, yeah. In that style? Yeah, I want to be drawn in that style. And yellow. So that I can match. I think that would be cool. Wait. I almost made one of the me on the thumbnail yellow, but I think I ended up doing orange instead. Because there's the regular one and then the different colors. Isn't your name red? Well, yeah, but my full name's Scarlet Crimson. There used to be AI in Heart's Discord server called Scarlet Crimson AI, and now she's dead. Because apparently the AI thing got banned, so now there's no AI, so it's just me. And I kind of want to join the server now and say, hi everyone, I'm still alive. It would be kind of funny. But I'm also not so sure. I don't really use Discord. I prefer to be watched from far away. Anyways, I'm kind of tired now. But this was fun, so thanks for being here, and I hope we can do this again sometime. Bye! Okay, I forgot to end the stream. We're gonna try that again. What did I say? I'm kinda tired now, but this was fun. Thank you for being here. Bye!